Hey everyone, remember the classic tale of Snow White? You know, the one with the beautiful princess, the evil queen, and the seven dwarfs? Well, Disney decided to give it a modern twist with a live-action remake. Sounds magical, right? But hold on to your glass slippers, because this fairy tale took a detour straight into controversy. Our story centers around Rachel Zegler, the talented young actress chosen to play Snow White. She was amazing in West Side Story, and everyone was excited to see her take on this iconic role. But things took a turn for the worse before the movie even hit theaters. The internet, being the internet, decided to share its opinions. And let's just say, not everyone was singing happy little tunes about the new Snow White. So grab your popcorn, sit back, and let's dive into the drama that unfolded. We're going to explore the backlash, the controversies, and the impact this whole ordeal has had on Rachel Zegler's career. Trust me, this is one fairy tale you won't want to miss. Now before we get into the nitty-gritty, let's talk about our leading lady, Rachel Zegler. This talented actress first caught the world's attention with her breakout role in Steven Spielberg's West Side Story. Her performance was breathtaking, earning her a Golden Globe Award and tons of praise. Naturally, Disney thought she'd be perfect for their new Snow White. But here's where things get interesting. Before her Snow White debut, Rachel wasn't shy about sharing her thoughts on social media. She expressed her opinions on everything from politics to the original Snow White story itself. While some people applauded her outspokenness, others felt she was being disrespectful to the legacy of the character. And as we all know, the internet never forgets. As the release of Snow White drew closer, Rachel's past comments resurfaced and started making headlines. Suddenly the focus shifted from her acting abilities to her online persona. And that, my friends, is how a fairy tale princess found herself caught in the middle of a real-life controversy. Picture this, it's March 2025. And Disney drops the highly anticipated trailer for their Snow White remake. Fans around the world are eager for a glimpse of the magic. But instead of the collective gasp of awe Disney was hoping for, they got something else entirely, a collective groan of disappointment. The trailer sparked an online firestorm, with many viewers criticizing the film's visuals, the casting choices, and even the overall tone. Some felt it strayed too far from the original animated classic, while others simply weren't impressed with what they saw. The comment sections were flooded with negativity, and the like-to-dislike ratio on YouTube told the whole story. This wasn't the fairy tale ending Disney had in mind. The negative reaction to the trailer set the stage for the controversy to come. With social media buzzing and public opinion divided, Snow White was already facing an uphill battle before it even hit theaters, and unfortunately for Rachel Zegler, she found herself caught in the crosshairs. Remember those social media posts we talked about earlier? Well, they came back with a vengeance once the Snow White trailer dropped. Some of Rachel's past comments, particularly those critical of the original film and its portrayal of female characters, were perceived as disrespectful by some fans. They felt her views clashed with the spirit of the character she was portraying. Adding fuel to the fire were her political views, which she had also shared openly online. In a time when political tensions were running high, her opinions sparked heated debates and further divided public opinion. Suddenly, the young actress found herself at the center of a social media storm, with people taking sides and engaging in heated arguments about her suitability for the role of Snow White. The situation escalated to the point where Disney felt the need to intervene. They reportedly increased security for Gal Gadot, who played the evil queen, after Rachel's pro-Palestinian tweets sparked concerns. Producer Mark Platt allegedly even tried to get Rachel to remove the tweet, fearing further backlash. It seemed the controversy was spiraling out of control. Section 5. Box office blues. Did Snow White lose its magic? Despite the pre-release drama, Snow White managed to top the North American box office during its opening weekend. But you know, the victory was short-lived. The film quickly plummeted in subsequent weeks, failing to meet Disney's expectations and ultimately becoming one of their biggest financial disappointments of the year. While several factors contributed to the film's underperformance, many industry insiders pointed to the controversy surrounding Rachel Zegler as a major culprit. The negative press and social media backlash had undoubtedly tarnished the film's image, deterring many from seeing it. Even those who weren't bothered by the controversy may have been discouraged by the film's poor reviews and the general sense of disappointment surrounding the project. The box office failure of Snow White highlighted the very real consequences of online controversies. It served as a stark reminder that in the age of social media, an actor's personal life and opinions can have a significant impact on their career and the success of their projects. And for Rachel Zegler, the fallout from this controversy was only just beginning. Section 6. Damage Control. Disney's attempts to salvage the narrative. With Snow White sinking at the box office and the controversy showing no signs of abating, Disney found itself in a tough spot. They had poured millions into this remake, and now it was on track to be a major flop. Something had to be done. Their solution? Damage control. Disney began by limiting Rachel Zegler's media appearances. Gone were the days of press junkets and talk show circuits. Instead, she was kept on a tight leash, only making carefully orchestrated public appearances designed to minimize any further controversy. Joint interviews with Gal Gadot were scrapped altogether, fueling rumors of tension between the two actresses. Disney also scaled back the film's promotional efforts. Premieres were smaller and less extravagant, and the marketing campaign became more subdued. It was clear they were hoping to quietly ride out the storm and minimize any further damage to the Disney brand. Section 7. Life after the storm: Zegler's current endeavors. Despite the Snow White debacle, Rachel Zegler hasn't disappeared from the spotlight entirely. In fact, she's kept herself busy with a variety of projects, proving she's determined to move on from the controversy and focus on her craft. She starred in a Broadway production of Romeo and Juliet in 2024, captivating audiences with her talent and stage presence. She's also set to take on the iconic role of Eva Peron in a West End production of Evita in London, scheduled to run from June to September 2025. Clearly, her theatrical career is still going strong, but it's not just the stage where she's making her mark. Rachel has continued to be active on social media, albeit with a more cautious approach. She's used her platform to promote her work, engage with fans, and even lend her voice to charitable causes. She's also been featured on an MCC